I'm one of those people that bought all three of these. The Quest 1, Quest 2, and now the Meta Quest 3. It's been an interesting journey. I actually played with Oculuses before they actually went on the market. I had access to a developer version. It was even boxier than this, and it was interesting, but the software and the apps weren't developed yet. You were just kind of getting a sense of the picture. Even at this level, they still had some way to go. But one of the challenges, all of these, is the front weight. No matter what configuration any of these had, at least in the original packaging you bought it, it just wasn't that comfortable. This had some rubber around it. You can see it's been oxidizing. They've learned every time they've put one of these together. This is a little softer rubber here than what was in here, but it's all top heavy in the front. It reminds me of when I flew a Black Hawk helicopter with goggles on. Originally, back, and this was a long time ago, about 30 some odd years ago, you just had the goggles and they would sit in front of the helmet like this, and there was no counterweight. So your head was constantly going forward. Eventually they came up with a battery pack and they put it on the side, and that kind of balanced everything out. It made it a little more comfortable. When I first started wearing these, that's what I felt. Although this was interesting because it would hit you in the back between your neck and your head and seemed to be adjustable and comfortable. I bought this extra strap here. The advantage is twofold. One, it kind of moves some of the weight to the back, be right around the center of your ear, and that was pretty close. It's a little top heavy, but not too bad. When I got this, I was hoping that this strap would make things better because it can adjust this way, pull out. You have this little thing that's hitting the top or the crown of your head. But I had the same problems with this strap that I had with this. And after about 45 minutes, what I would do is just kind of pull the front of the Meta 3 off my face just to give it a little bit of a relaxation. And I did notice when I was wearing this for the first time with this strapping system, it would hit me right in the forehead and I'd have a mark. I decided to invest, and I'll post it down below. I got it relatively inexpensive. I think I paid $15 for it. You've got a pivot point, and then you've got this adjustment here, adjustment in the back. You can also see the progression of the controllers. This one wasn't too bad, and I liked the fact that it had this halo on it, because when I was starting to do boxing games, I actually ran this into the wall, and if I didn't have this guard here, I would have hit my knuckles, maybe popped them a little bit, certainly bruised them, and it would have been uncomfortable. Meta 2 used the same kind of system. I think they're pretty much the same. Actually, this one's a little bigger. Feels good in the hand. The straps haven't changed much. The Meta 3, it's easier to modify these if you want to put it in a fixture or something for guns and different kind of games. And the other thing I noticed is the haptic capability, or the hand visualization software for the Meta 3 is so much better than this one, and didn't really have much on that one. Let's go to a top-down shot. I'll show you how you can quickly remove the head strap that comes with the Meta 3 and install this. And I'll talk about some of the advantages and help you counterweight this. I've got an idea. You can wear this longer. Maybe you can sit through a whole movie with this rig on. If you ever remove this strap, let me show you something. It pulls out fairly easy, but you got those little ridges in there, and to try to put it back in for some reason, if you want to, it becomes very difficult because of this little plastic piece that runs across here. Taking this off is pretty easy. You just kind of hold on to it and pop it off the back, and it comes off. This goes on the opposite way. Line up the back ridges and then just pop it in. There you go. Make sure it's nice and secure. When I first put it on, it was a little loose and it almost popped off my head. So you just come in here like this. You'll get a nice firm snap, and that means you're in control. A couple things that I really like about this: moves back and forth. This moves way out, so you've got a really big head, probably not a problem. And then you just adjust it. It also has so that you can put it down between your neck and your head. So a lot of nice adjustments there. And then this adjust. Here's the CG center of gravity. And what you want to do is take the weight off the front of your face. And the way you're going to do that is by putting weight back here. Without the straps, the center of gravity's way in here like this. It's right over the center of this. So all that extra weight is pressing down your head without one of these modified straps that adjust in the back. This one was great. It had a nice soft padding here and nice soft padding in here. It could get hot. This has a little better situation. It's got a nice little vent here. This had a vent too. This is all unsponsored, by the way. I didn't get paid anything by Meta, the headset maker. It's an honest review, and it's important to me that I convey to people who watch my channel. They can anticipate as opposed to, oh, it's awesome, every time it's awesome. Well, if you get sponsored, you gotta be really careful on overselling a product. I will make a commitment to you, even if I get sponsors at some point, I'm gonna be pretty honest with them that we're not gonna play that game. Another thing you do is you can extend the battery life of this and counteract even more weight by taking a power supply. In this case, it's an Anchor that I had, and you can buy power supplies specifically for this, but I just happen to have this, so I'm going to give it a try and see if that helps counteract it. You have a piece of Velcro here and here, and I use that to adjust, put it on there like that, and then I run the strap in through in the back, and then just bring it back over here to tighten it up. Now, if you're going to be in an active game, you got to make sure it's not too loose. That's pretty good, at least for now as I'm prototyping it. And then this head strap actually has a little thing here for the power cable, and you just plug it in here, and there, you got extra battery. Now this is all kind of wonky, I'll give you that. I've got to kind of clean it up a little bit. And even without a lot of modification, you've got a system to not only have more time on your Meta 3, but also provide that counterweight, because it gets it even further back on the head. So let's go to a front shot again, and I'll show you what it looks like when you put it on your noggin. The key to this whole system is not to over tighten and not to keep it too loose. If it's too loose, it's going to move around on your head and it's going to sit uncomfortable. If it's too tight, you're just not going to be able to wear it for a long time. And the great thing about this is that pivot action, and again, you can make adjustments even while you're wearing it up here to tighten, raise and lower it on there to kind of get away from hot spots on your face when you're wearing this. And you put the front part on and let it sit, and then just move that back. And again, I have it right here in the small of my head, right around where the bottom of my skull is. And I can wear this now extremely comfortable. This counterweight here makes all the difference in the world. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of tech reviews, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds, I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what virtual reality you're gonna see.